From the Dominion release, that is Benedictum with Bang! And one of my favorite tunes from that disc. And I can see that a few people in the chat room dig that song a lot. And what is the latest with the V? Have you had any contact with her, Chris?
I have. She's fine. She's doing her thing. She's I don't know if she had or is getting ready to have a little bit of surgery. Has a slight thing with her hand that she's getting fixed. And, other than that, she's doing fine. She's doing her thing.
All right. Well, I have not heard from the V in, boy, probably going on close to 2 years already.
Well, you could reach out to her.
Well, I have, and I don't get much response.
That's Veronica. You know how she goes.
I know how she is. Believe me.
She's mostly my son's customer for business stuff, and literally every day it's like, I got a meeting with Veronica. You think it'll happen? And then most days it doesn't because she gets busy or whatever she's doing. So it is what you know how she is, man. Love Veronica to death, though. Don't read that the wrong way. She's her own. She is in her own orbit. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, well, we know. I've known Veronica. Well, we both have known Veronica for 14 years.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, at least she's still among the living.
She's fine.
All right.
She's doing her thing. Trying to wait out the pandemic just like the rest of us.
All right. Well, speaking of the pandemic and musical acts, the Journey 2020 tour has been canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Oh, how tragic.
The global COVID-19 pandemic and the resulting restrictions regarding large gatherings regretfully make it impossible for Journey to tour this year. Now, are you aware of who they've replaced Steve Smith and Ross Valerie with?
Yes.
Who is it?
It is some shit. I knew it and I don't remember it.
Was it Randy Jackson?
Randy Jackson is one of them.
Really?
Yeah, Randy Jackson.
So they're reprising the 1986 lineup?
Well, except for Steve Perry. But this is the rumor. It's not official, but it was Randy Jackson and some like uber drummer guy that we would never have heard of.
Okay.
Let's see.
Did you say he's a drummer guy that drives an Uber? Is that what you're telling me?
Probably so. No, he's like one of these guys that has like 50 Grammys for playing on everybody's shit. Looking it up real quick. I forget the guy's name. Narada Michael Walden.
Don't know the guy.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, but he's like one of them guys that is like really, really. And here you go. In 2020, this is from the source that's always reliable, Wikipedia.
Of course.
2020, Smith and Ross Valerie were fired by Neil Schon, accusing them of attempting an ill-conceived corporate coup d'etat in an effort to take over the band's name. Randy Jackson would return to the band as its bassist alongside its new drummer, Narada Michael Walden, on May 23rd. I guess they announced it today or yesterday, May 23rd. But I had heard that rumor like a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
He's 68 years old.
So they got a 70-year-old drummer?
Yeah. But he has played with, listen to this, played or produced music with The Temptations, Aretha Franklin, Angela Bofill, Lisa Fisher, Sister Sledge, Herbie Hancock, Patty Austin, Whitney Houston, Clarence Clemens, George Benson, Kenny G, Lionel Richie, Al Jarreau, and Mariah Carey.
So they really had to blow the dust off this guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. He's been nominated for 8 Grammys, winning 3. Best R&B song for Freeway of Love, Producer of the Year, in 1987 and Album of the Year for The Bodyguard.
Well, that was 30 plus years ago.
Of course. Yeah. Well, he was waiting for the call. Don't just take any job, Neil. You wait for the right gig to come up.
I guess.
But yeah, that's the new guy. Narada Michael Walden. So I know it's such an anticlimactic announcement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would have been great if they just got somebody completely out of the blue. Hey, it's Bobby Blotzer. Wouldn't that have been funny? Or somebody that totally is like not like a virtuoso type of a drummer. Hey, look, it's Ricky Rocket now in Germany. That would have been awesome.
Look at Steve Riley's looking for a gig.
Yeah.
He just joined Journey.
That's right.
He's bringing that goth look to the Journey camp.
They're calling it L.A. Journey.
Yeah. Holy shit. Hail and Kill caller, you're on the air.
Hail and Kill, guys. What's going on?
We're doing the show. What's going on with you?
You want a little comic relief?
I do. I hope you're really good, because if you're not, I'm going to hang up on you immediately.
Not a problem. You guys remember the Jerky Boys, right? Back in the 90s?
Yes, of course.
So my old buddy from high school, he was kind of a jerky boy. He did a lot of calls on his own, and never got published or anything, but I want to play one for you that I think you're really going to appreciate. This is him talking to the then governor of Iowa back in the early to mid-90s named Terry Branstad on a radio call-in show. Just give it some time. If you don't like it, hang up. Here you go.
All right.
I knew you were going there.
Fuck that.
Well, that was the comic relief.
Yeah, that was it. All right. Anyway, Journey's founding member. I think Natalie was part of this press release.
Okay.
Journey's founding member and guitarist Neil Schon, keyboardist Jonathan Cain, and vocalist Arnel Pineda issued a joint statement today. There is no greater thrill for us than playing for our incredibly devoted audience, but their safety must come first.
Okay.
Having seen what the world has endured during this last 45 days and not knowing what the rest of the year or 2021 will bring, wow, they're counting it out all the way into the next year.
Mm-hmm.
We knew that the right thing to do was to make sure our fans' health was not put in jeopardy and to provide immediate access to refund options given the unexpected evidence caused by the terrible virus.
Thank you, Dr. Sean.
Yeah, we would like to thank all doctors, nurses, police, other first responders, and essential workers for their heroic efforts, as well as our fans for their doing everything possible to stay safe.
Oh, good.
We would also like to send the pretenders our best wishes and hope to see them in the future. We will see everyone again as soon as it's safe. How often do we have to use the word safe?
I'm so tired of hearing about the safety and the health and the new normal and all this shit. Just stop.
Right.
Stop accepting it. Stop being fucking mind-fucked, you dummies.
Yeah. We will share that news as it becomes available. In the meantime, please don't stop believing.
Oh, good Lord. Really?
In the wonder of life and in each other. Journey's tour partners at Live Nation will ensure ticket holders will be emailed directly with their refund options, including a full refund, or you can request a 150% credit. Plus, Live Nation will donate the number of tickets you originally purchased to the healthcare workers on the front line.
That's fantastic. And if your wife is upset, just send her my love, please.
Right.
Oh, my God. When we come back on tour next year, we'll come back with open arms. We won't be going our separate ways. You'll feel like you've been captured by Journey once again.
Right.
Ugh. I could write all these dumb lines too. Jesus Christ.
Of course. Well, we want the fans to feel like they're connected to us.
Come to a Journey's show. You need to get some loving, touching, and squeezing with the band.
Exactly.
Ugh, so bad. I can't believe they used the "and don't stop believing" line. That is fucking bush league.
Well, they used it in Soprano, so God damn it.
Okay, fine. So say "don't stop motherfucking believing." So it said that's cool.
All right, a couple of stories that I think you can relate to.
Okay.
These are very Chris Aiken specific stories.
All right.
A South Korean football club, FC Seoul, have apologized after using, drumroll please, sex dolls to fill their empty stadiums for a match on Sunday.
That's funny. They filled the stadium with sex dolls?
They did.
Where'd they get them all?
I don't know the answer. Maybe they were just like blow-up dolls.
Oh, even that. How big was the stadium? Even if it was 1,000, can you imagine 1,000 fucking blow-up dolls?
But they filled the stadium with sex dolls.
I love it.
So it looks like there are people in the stand.
That's great. Can't imagine what the smell was on the field.
Well, you're assuming that they were used.
You think they put new ones out there?
I have no idea. The K-League resumed earlier this month following the coronavirus pandemic, but fans are not permitted to watch the games at the stadiums. Clubs have attempted to improve the atmosphere at their grounds with pictures of supporters and by using artificial crowd noises.
Okay.
But FC Seoul inadvertently used sex dolls during their games against the, I can't even pronounce this word, blah, 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 following a misunderstanding with their mannequin suppliers.
And we said get 6 dolls. 6!
Not sex dolls.
I goo out of she.
Right. We would like to apologize to our fans.
Sure you would.
We're generally sorry to our fans about the installation of mannequins at our game on May 17th. We confirm from the start that the mannequins we installed in the stands had no relation to adult toys, even though they do indeed resemble real humans.
Dude, why wouldn't they just green screen it?
I don't know.
I mean, I can green screen that I'm on the fucking deck of the Death Star every week. You'd think they could fucking green screen in some people at a show cheering.
You would think.
You wouldn't think it'd be that hard. Just a big old green tarp. Shouldn't be that difficult.
You would think. The mannequins are manufactured by a company called Delkorn, Dalkorn, Delkorn, and they informed us that the mannequins are designed for displaying apparel and fashion products.
Mm-hmm.
We confirmed with them on numerous occasions to make sure that the mannequins are not adult toys. Now, at what point did you think, these aren't adult toys, are they?
Yeah, why would you even think that unless you're ordering from a company that sells adult toys?
Exactly. So at what point did you go, well, we want mannequins, just make sure they're not adult toys?
Yeah, please take care of that.
If you were in charge personally,
right,
and said, hey, I need some mannequins in the seat, would you at any point go, just make sure they're not adult toys?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
No, of course not. This just seems to me like whatever company they employed to do this provided adult toys, and they go, oh man, we got to back away from that.
Yeah, whoops.
So we're going to say that we specified that these mannequins cannot be adult toys.
No, can't do that.
Yeah, because we don't want the blowback for this.
Ridiculous.
Again, this is the whole spin. However, Delcorn has been distributing some of the mannequin products to another businesses named Soros.
Okay.
Perhaps George
Soros?
Yeah. And in the process of return and exchange of the products between them, the installation at our stadium included some products with messages and texts that are related to the adult toys.
Well, good. So in other words, this is yet another example actually of a big deal being made of nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
But these guys are apologizing for it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, this was offensive that there was some girl with an open mouth waiting for a big cock to stick in there.
Yeah, just don't throw the ball at it. Dumb.
That was a problem on our employees who could not check every detail of everything that was installed.
Right.
Again, we're trying to distance ourselves, our staff, our everybody who was involved from having any culpability at all.
Yeah, of course.
With anything that happened here.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know. We were innocent. They just brought them in. We didn't know what it was. They put them in the seats. It made it look like we had an audience, but goddamn, these sex dolls had open, gaping mouths, and they looked like they were ready to suck a cock.
Yeah,
and we didn't know anything about this.
They were held in place on the chair by a fucking plunger dick.
Exactly. But we didn't know.
Had no idea.
Yeah. None of our staff knew about it. We was like, oh, you brought the mannequins? Cool. Go put them in place. And they didn't check them in.
Yeah, get them set up. Hurry up.
Exactly.
For our players, fuck them.
Our intention from the start was to provide even a small entertainment after it was decided that the games would be hosted behind closed doors due to the coronavirus. Regardless of that, we would like to apologize once again to everyone who loves and supports the FC Soul.
Mm-hmm.
We will be holding further discussions on how we can review potential problems and similar matters.
We promise none of the next batch will have rubbers on their heads.
Right. We will put forth our due diligence, prevent such issues in the future.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like you'd have to do a lot of due diligence to get it right the first time.
No.
I mean, come on.
Of course. This is just, well, we've got to distance ourselves from this.
Of course.
So
somebody did it as a prank.
No, I don't even know that they did it as a prank.
You think that it's like a mannequin from a company that also sells fuck dolls?
Well, I think that this company probably sells lifelike human forms.
Yeah.
And they put like these masks over their mouths and stuff. It's like, yeah, who cares if it's a sex doll? It just looks like somebody sitting in the stands.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, of course, somebody pointed it out. Man, I think I own that sex doll.
I've got one of those in my closet.
Exactly. And so, of course, they went on social media and said, hey, the FM Soul team filled the stands with sex dolls. Did you see that? And they went, holy shit.
Right.
And they were just like, oh, we had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
We hired a company to fill the stands with lifelike people, and we basically specified you're not going to fill our stands with sex dolls, are you?
Don't blame us. Don't blame us.
That's really what it boiled down to. They didn't even ask that question.
That's just a stupid story.
Of course. It's just like, oh, it wasn't us.
God, this world. Just why?
Well, you know, this makes me laugh because you know what this reminds me of?
What?
Even 12, 15 years ago when you and I started doing the show, and we would, you know, I would cover some kind of a temperamental subject.
Right.
You would often go, I'm going to have to distance myself. I mean, you would literally go, I'm going to have to distance myself from that comment, or I'm going to have to distance myself from that's what this all boils down to.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit, we got caught. Holy shit, we got to figure out a way of spinning this.
Yeah, the only difference is I was kidding.
I know, but this is reality now. Whoa, we got to distance ourselves from this. Holy shit, our fans discovered that there were blow-up dolls in our stadium.
Oh my God, what are they going to think?
Yeah.
They'll never come back.
Oh, they're perverts, man.
Because none of them ever have any sex. Nobody watches FC Soul fucks each other. Never happens. People are so stupid.
But that's what it boils down to. Everybody's like so temperamental and so sensitive. It's just, oh, I can't do that.
I know, it's crazy. Just nuts, man.
It is. Well, here's something that will make you happy.
Okay, good.
Being the pornographic connoisseur that you are.
Okay.
Porn is making an attempt to become mainstream.
Mainstream?
As an accepted by the general public.
All right, well, I agree with that stance, but...
Well, that's why I'm bringing this to the table, because I think that this will... you know, kind of make you happy.
All right, let's hear.
I'm sure you're aware of the Mercedes Superdome in New Orleans, yes?
Yeah, uh-huh.
It's where the New Orleans Saints play.
Sure.
And I'm sure you're well aware that most stadiums around the country sell the naming rights to some corporate entity that has enough money.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to relate this to Pittsburgh, and I know Cleveland is the same as well as any other major city. Mm-hmm. But the Pirates play at PNC Park, which is a financial institution, National City Bank, Pittsburgh National City Bank, which is PNC, or Heinz Field, which is purchased by the Heinz Corporation, which makes your ketchup and your mustard and the 51 flavors or 57 varieties of spices and whatnot.
Right.
Well, anyway, Mercedes, the car company, has owned the naming rights to the Superdome in New Orleans. Well, they've decided that they're not going to renew their contract with New Orleans.
Okay.
So it's up for bid.
All right, good.
So a pornographic provider
love it,
has decided that they are throwing their pussy in the ring to be named the next Superdome provider.
Please tell me it's like gapingvag.com or something.
It would be Stripchat.
Stripchat?
Stripchat. That would be live video. The Stripchat Superdome.
Never heard of Stripchat. Stripchat. Let's see what they got. It's an interesting concept. Stripchat. Let's see what they look like here. All right, I'm over 18. Sure am. Wow. Ooh, goodness. That's definitely nudity.
The Stripchat Superdome at least has a certain ring to it. the Stripchat, an adult website company, announced in an email that a $15 million bid Thursday for naming rights to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, home of the New Orleans Saints. It comes after the team said that Mercedes-Benz won't renew their contract with the team.
That's fucking awesome. I love that.
I knew you would.
You think they'll actually let them have it, or
Probably not.
They'll just be like, no fucking way.
Well, I'm going to agree with you. I'm sure that they'll come up with some kind of stature, some kind of decency stature, something or another. And yeah, we can't allow that.
Or they'll come up with a false bid.
Yeah, of course.
That's what they'll do. They'll say, well, sorry, we would have let you have it, but you were unfortunately outbid by Goodyear.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The company wants to name the place Stripchat Superdome and make it the home of the future Super Bowl champions, the New Orleans Saints.
I would love that. Could you imagine the Super Bowl?
Well,
we're here at the Stripchat Superdome.
Well, of course. and again, as ridiculous as that might sound,
yeah.
Let's rewind, say, 40 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Pornography was consumed in seedy movie theaters.
Sure.
And it was, underground, and it was frowned upon. And it was just like, oh, shit, pornography. Oh,
mm-hmm.
But you, as a pornographic consumer,
yes,
you would relish this thing to say, holy shit, the New Orleans Saints are now playing in the Stripchat Superdome.
I would love it. I would love if they changed the concert venue from Nautica Pavilion to the Pornhub Pavilion. Be great.
Because porn has become such a huge marketable thing these days, or more accepted, I guess.
Yeah.
It could become a reality.
Yeah. The only problem that they're going to have is these fucking pink hat fruits coming out and saying, it's fucking degrading. It's degrading to women. Every woman counts. That's what'll stop it.
Maybe.
The Me Too movement.
All right. Well, if it becomes reality, does that not cancel out the Pussy Hat group and the B2 people?
I would hope so.
Well, I'm just asking the question. Does that nullify their argument?
I would think, yeah. I mean, look, nobody makes these girls go and do porn.
True, but I think what the bigger picture is that money trumps everything.
Of course it does. Yeah. I'm for this. I hope it happens.
Well, again, this is why I brought this to the table, because I know how big of a fan you would be of this.
But it's ironic that the company that has enough money to do this is someone that me, a total porn hound, has never heard of.
All right. Well, they apparently have the wherewithal to offer up $15 million. Now,
is that one-time fee, or is that per year?
I'm thinking that's a yearly fee.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Man, that's a lot of coin, because they usually sign for like 10 years on this shit, don't they?
Again, I don't know.
I'm just thinking you don't see the stadiums changing names year to year.
No,
not usually.
No. But that might be like a yearly contract type thing.
Yeah. Boy, there's going to have to be a lot of girls sucking dick to pay for that one. Holy smokes.
Well, there's a lot of people spending a lot of coin on porn.
Oh, yeah. Which I don't understand that at all, but there's still people spending it, I guess.
Apparently so. The company wrote in an offer sheet, in our opinion, New Orleans is the party capital of the United States. It's always been synonymous with the nightlife and entertainment. It comes alive at night with people wandering the neon-hued promenade of one of the most famous nightlife strips of the world. That would be Bourbon Street. Mm-hmm. I've spent a few times on Bourbon Street, and it definitely is a very interesting place.
Sure.
I'd like to think that we here at Stripchat embody some of the New Orleans character and flair as one of the world's leading adult webcam sites that average over, drumroll please, 60 million visitors a month.
Wow. I've never heard of this.
60 million visitors a month.
My God.
We know a thing or two about having a good time.
I'd say they do. Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine that? That's more than Joe Rogan is.
Of course.
60 million a month?
You know how much cum that is a month?
Holy shit.
I mean, do you think that's enough cum to fill a swimming pool?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
My God, do you think it's enough to fill a couple swimming pools?
I don't know about that, but Jesus.
That's a lot of jerking off.
It is.
My goodness.
We have been looking into, and I hate to say this, but this is very cliche, penetrating the sports world, and think this is a wonderful opportunity to do so by announcing a bid of up to $15 million for the naming rights to the Superdome.
All right, now let me ask you this question in all honesty. Do you think they really want this, or do you think they're just doing it to get a shit ton of attention that will lead people like me to their site?
I think both. I think if they get it, it's a plus, and I think that if they get promotion or notoriety from it, it's a plus. So it's a win-win.
Yeah.
No matter what, if they don't get it, at least they got notoriety. If they do get it, it's, what's the argument there?
And really, they could just pull their bid, and they've already gotten the notoriety.
Of course.
Smart. Good for these fucking filth hounds.
$15 million?
I'll bet they don't have that much to spend.
I don't know, man. I'm surprised that Spotify had $100 million to spend on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, but you've heard of Spotify at least.
Yes, you have. But my point is that's a lot of money.
Have you ever heard of fucking Stripchat?
No.
And Lord knows I've spanked my dick to a lot of sites. and whatever this is,
Stripchat.
Stripchat, I've never heard of. I've never come across. I mean, I've jerked off to fucking X Hamster and stuff like that. the real stick shit.
Red Tube.
Yeah, Red Tube, X Hamster, X Videos, Pornhub. I definitely am down with some porn. And Stripchat has never come up, figuratively or literally.
Right.
Interesting.
It's unlikely a city or a franchise would allow their building to be named after an adult website. Stripchat is not the first to submit an offer for a public publicity of it. Bang Brothers, a Miami-based porn production company.
Now, I've heard of the Bang Brothers. I've definitely watched a lot of their videos.
They submitted a $10 million bid for the naming rights to the Miami Heat Arena last September. $10 million.
I'd just like to tell either of these companies for $2 million, I would happily have the Stripchat presents Pinball PA. Or Pornhub PA, as I like to call it.
Right.
That would be fine with me.
Of course. Veteran Saints quarterback Drew Brees and team owner Gail Benson are both very religious. Benson is a devout Catholic who has given millions of dollars to the Catholic Church and its causes. The team's PR officials assisted the local Roman Catholic Archdiocese in dealing with a clergy sex abuse scandal. The Saints announced earlier this week that the German car company would not renew its deal with the Superdome. It won the naming rights in October of 2011, so they've had it for 9 years.
9 years, and this will be the 10th 10-year deal.
And the deal expires in July of 2021, so basically a 10-year deal.
Yeah. All right.
Mercedes said it will honor the rest of its contract, but understands that the Saints need to start looking at an option. For the past 3 years, the team has shared a stadium name with the NFC South rivals, the Atlanta Falcons. The Public Relations Department references the separate contract deals on email to the Associated Press, saying that they were the right opportunities at the time of the company.
Notice that the owner, this religious owner, didn't throw out a quick no. We're not doing that.
Well, again, how can you turn down an offer when it's out for bid?
Because you can say it doesn't meet the morals clause of your business.
I suppose, but when it becomes a public, option, can you throw your religious,
There's got to be a reason. Otherwise, everything would be named after porn. Porn makes more money than anything these days.
Again, I understand that, but again, I don't know.
Yeah, I would think that they could easily shut this down with a morality thing.
Well, perhaps they will.
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that they couldn't say, look, she's shoving a dildo in her ass on their homepage. We're not going to put that on our building. Right?
Well, they might.
I love it. I hope this company wins somehow. I know it's never, the odds are almost impossible for it to happen, but man, would that make me happy if they become the Stripchat Superdome. Oh, that would be awesome.
Of course. So funny.
Too good.
Yep. So I thought you would enjoy that one.
I like that.
All right. Do you want to do one more story, or do you want to call it a night? I'll let you choose.
The short one? Fuck it. Call it a night. I'm ready to go.
All right.
Fuck it.
It's up to you. I could go either way.
Well, I could go for a nap. I'm tired tonight.
All right. Well, we'll play 3 songs and we'll call it a night. We're only 11 minutes away from the end of the show anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Kids got enough.
Yeah. You guys got enough of our unique talent.
Right.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah, you're not paying us $100 million, so fuck you. You
get
$10 million.
When you come up with $1 million a year for Chris and I each,
we'll go till 5 after 3.
Yeah, pal.
Yeah, but not until.
All right. Well, I'll let you pick a departing song. How about that?
All right. Let me not go crazy obscure here. Let's go. How about Dream Evil, Into the Moonlight?
Okay.
What's that?
Wow, how did you even come up with that?
I told you I've been writing them down as songs that I kind of hear and play through the week. I just write shit down.
All right.
I have this list.
All right. Well, that's fair enough. You said Into the Moonlight?
Yeah, it's on the Book of Heavy Metal.
All right. Yep, there it is. Got it. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here a little bit early. I'll play a couple of tunes for you. We'll call it a night, et cetera, et cetera. But appreciate everyone who's tuned in tonight and been a part of the CMS and blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes.
Yep.
And Chris and I will be back next week. We will distribute to you this unique talent.
That's right.
That you tune in for every single week.
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. We're going to leave you with some Dream Evil. So until next Saturday night, this is Neeley, along with my very good friend,
Chris Aiken.
And we are gone.
Bye, kids.
See ya.
Hello, this is Fredrik Nordstrom, and I'm playing guitar in the band Dream Evil. You're listening to the Classic Metal Show.